Hello everyone, how are you doing today? We're back in the Bantonian Vale. It's very rainy, fall has hit us, and super rainy. We are doing some preparation for the final battle, which is gonna be pretty awesome. We are gonna be using the crystalline obelisk, and with how much days? 40 more days of autumn, so winter is still pretty far away, which means we might be able to do the battle before fall ends. Because in winter it's gonna be a little bit more dangerous, it's gonna be colder, which means it's gonna be even rougher to fight in a battle, right? But some preparation we're doing, we are making better potions, so we have a bunch of different ones here we're gonna be able to use in combat, and they're gonna be very useful, especially this one. The Hearth Bud Light, a tonic that boosts the muscle, courage, maintenance, and slowly heals over time, a really good one. If our people has been eating a little bit of good food as well. There are quite a few food that actually adds a little bit of healing to your people. That can also help, but they will decide what they're gonna eat just like you and I do, right? So it's not always they're gonna eat it anyway. We're also looking into doing some better weapons, some better armor, some better protection. So we can be able to take them on a little bit better. And something else we might want to consider is to look into our engineer, because the engineer can be very useful in this battle. They have a couple of different turrets, have a couple of different traps around. So Dim, I'm gonna look into you here a bit, and I wanna see if you have the upgraded tool. Okay, you do, awesome. So, currently we don't have that many turrets, let's see how many we got. We have 4 of them sitting there, and I see we got a little bun stuck up here. I think Carlos can get down though, let's see. He is actually stuck there, so I'm gonna save him. There you go, get a ladder. So we might want to consider adding a few more turrets, and if you want to we can add a couple of them inside of the city as well. It feels like there shouldn't be too many weapons and so on in the city, but I feel like it would be pretty sweet maybe to have them there, because how the end boss works, we might be getting raided in the middle of our town at random times, so it might be worth maybe having some kind of turrets around. Like I said as well, we're gonna look into some traps, so let's go to the engineer and see what kind of options we got here. So we got our standard turrets, we got the turnip shooter, and we got the turret, which is this one we're gonna be using. But down here we have a couple of different traps as well that we can use. And this one can actually be pretty good. Maybe we can put out some of these in the city. Wait, is that a Hearthling? Right. So you can put this in the city, and that will trigger the enemy to think that is a Hearthling and go for him instead. And these are also pretty cool. I don't really have any coconut, we might be able to buy some. But we're mostly going to be using the clamp trap, and this one is really dangerous. The damage and short distance enemies that steps near it, and it deals a huge amount of damage. And they do take quite a few things to make, but it's going to be worth it, so I'm going to queue up to 10 of those. So that's going to be quite a few different traps that we're going to be making. Let's see here, I know we had one, but I think we also had a composite bow. I do wonder if that's the best bow, if there might be maybe a slightly better one. No, that's the best one that we can do for now. So that's gonna be doing great then. And I think both of them had some quivers. Got fire quiver over there, and then we got spiky bolt. And fire deals fire damage, the other one will slow down the enemy, which is super useful. For the final battle though, I might actually be getting maybe one more soldier, because having like a couple of different archers, we have 2 at the moment, but having 3 is gonna be even better. And if I remember right, the bunnies can become archers. So maybe Carlos and Sir Hopsalot is gonna be our archers, and I might be increasing the amount of people we can have, so I'm gonna bump it up to 2 more people. So we're gonna go up to 34 people in town. So guys, if you have name requests, do let me know in the comments. And I will be adding one of you guys pretty soon. But now we're gonna get 2 new bunny archers. They're pretty cool. They're pretty good as archers. They got some pretty good stats as well. But we're not gonna have much of a building force. But since we do have a mod called Swords and Plowshares, that one actually makes it possible for us to use our soldiers for building things. So if we have down here to toggle the job on and off, if we toggle it off, they will be able to help with other tasks around town instead of patrolling around. And here we can see we got some pretty good equipment. So they got BANTO and Jonathan. Looks like they both got some silver plate and some silver helmet now, so they should be very well equipped now for some good battle. Blue silver armor, that's gonna be awesome. And this one is really important to have if you're playing with Ace, because this is a way that you can recover a bit of health, but also remove those dangerous poison damages. Traveler's Summary. We got a hunk of marble. Thank you, that's gonna come very handy, I guess. And our beautiful sheep is having a good time here. Let's see, how is everything else going? Have you cleaned up any of the manure? Because I did make some storage to clean that up. It's looking really nasty in here. So I put them over here. I don't see anyone that has filled it with anything at the moment. So dry manure. Oh, maybe that's not considered dry manure. That might be, you know, wet manure. Yeah, there might be a difference. Let's see. I'm gonna try maybe a different container. I think there's some better ones that can support more than one kind of item. So let's see with this one. Because some of these containers can support to have, for example, all kinds of different herbs, like a lot of different ones. Instead of just having one, you can select the multiple ones. Really, really useful. An iron floor shelf, that one looks pretty cool. So later on we're probably gonna move this, but if we look here compared to how it looked in this one, right? We can select like a category, we can select multiple categories, and they will try to fill this up as much as possible. So in this one, let's see what we're gonna have. We're gonna have that manure, we're gonna have dry bit of compost. These are mostly different kinds of fuels, so we have to see if we can find the resource that we're looking for. It might be animal parts, perhaps, but it doesn't look like it is. And it shouldn't be plants, that would be kind of weird, right? And not healing items. A bit of compost, we can have a chunk of compost there as well. I actually don't really see anything that, other than what I have selected, that I feel like could be it. It would be like animal parts, but I don't think that is it. Maybe we just have to make sure we have more compost for dealing with that, because we have so much of that manure around. I don't want to have that. So let's look into this one. What do we got here? Bits of compost. I wonder if that is counted as bits of compost. It's kind of hard to know since they have different names, right? That's bits of compost, and this one is called manure, this one is called droplings, but I guess they all go maybe into the same category. I'm gonna move this away, however, because we don't want them to be nasty around there, so instead I'm gonna be having them, I think I'm gonna have them kind of far away. Because they decrease the beauty a lot and it's really, really smelling. That's why I want to get it away from the cow's field as well, right? So let's see, we have another composting bin over there. And I'm gonna try to make a lot of them and see if that will maybe solve a few of our issues going on. So this is gonna be a little bit much, but I'm gonna make 10 composting bins. And yeah, oh, we can maybe make this one. Use it for letting manure and the compost dry enough so that it can be used as fuel. Maybe can do that as well. Let's do a combination of those. I don't like the idea of burning manure, but you know, maybe. Ornated Tome of Healing, did we have that? Okay, we may need to have one more. There we go. I'm gonna try to make a few of these healing items. Hearth about Healing Tonic. Use the herbalist to recover a lot of health and power of Hearth and interesting healing properties. So this would be a really powerful thing to heal your people with, it seems. And let's maintain 4, so it's nothing that your people are gonna carry around with them, but they can use it if they need to. But also this one, let's see, Hearth Healing Potion. The magical vial of potion will be carried by the combatants and use it when they are hurt, restoring a lot of health. So this is a bit tricky. Should I use this one, or should I use like this one or that one? Because this one doesn't seem like it removes any toxins, right? But then we have the strong anti-toxin potion. This large drought will be carried by the combatants and use it when they are affected by a toxin, protecting them from all toxins for a while, but restore only a bit of health. So it really depends on how much poison we are going to be receiving from the enemies around these days. But it would be kind of cool if they could maybe use them both, but that might be a little bit overpowered, I guess. But I'm gonna make sure we carry around 4 of those. Oh, they also throw bones in this one, okay. No, they even threw an ogre bone in it, what? Are they supposed to throw ogre bones at that? I mean, maybe you wanted to use it for something else, right? What should we do? Should we make a great weapon or should we throw it in the fertilizer? Or do you have a really high quality fertilizing... A really high quality composting bin, that's gonna be amazing. But yeah, let's bump up the maximum amount of people to 34. So now we can have up to 34 people. Do we have the things we need? Yes, we definitely do. A lot of net worth and quite a bit of edibles, so that's good to see. Anything else? Let's look into engineer. How many traps have we made? Looks like we made 4 of those, that's good. And how many turrets can we have? There's like a limit on how many turrets you can have. I'm gonna make a couple of new ones, can queue up to do 6 more of those. And let's see, there should be saying a limit. What? We can have 38 turrets, that's insane. Okay, since that is the case, if we're gonna have a final battle, then I definitely feel like we could put out a few different turrets around town, in different areas, to protect our beautiful people against the upcoming danger that can come to our world, right? Ooh, here's a little camp, let's go and deal with them. We do need to practice our both little bunny friends. They do need to get a bit of experience in archery, so we're gonna go down and practice a bit. They're gonna be our beautiful little target dummies for today. Here comes Jaxa, ready to smash with his little flaming mace. And Sir Hopslot is pretty excited. In the back we got Jonathan, and here we got Rose Stroden, ready to shoot a little bit. We got Raven and Evergreen. And then we got Mistletoe, no Missouro. Carlos and Banto in the back. So let's make sure they're all gonna be able to have a little bit of fun together, right? So let's move them maybe down here, activate a little bit of speed. We can use a weaker potion for now, since we're not doing anything super special, right? And same with strength. I don't really think it matters where you have your people, so they will get experience no matter what, I think. Oh, look at that. They're shooting like crazy. They probably wish they weren't around here. So now we have 4 archers that can be raining down a lot of arrows. Let's try to target this guy. He's not doing very so good. So I kind of feel like we're almost ready for this battle, actually. We get a daily update. Oh, another one join us. Carlos the Hungry has achieved Archer level 2. Nice. We got Aslin Ambrose. We got a girl, guys, to name, so let me know in the comments with a name. So Hopsalot is also level 2. Oh, we found a little crypt over here as well. That's good. Raven is pretty excited, so Raven is just going right into close combat with a bow. Maybe not the best spot to be with a bow, but I guess it did work out anyway, right? Let's destroy the crypt for that little guy. So like, don't ignore me. I wanna fight as well. Carlos Archer level 3, awesome. So it goes pretty cool to level up, but look at the archers here. The bunnies, they like push their ears back when they're shooting, putting all that power into the ears. Oh wait, Goblin Raiders, this might be... Ooh! Surprise Goblin Raid. Look at that big group of people, wow. This might get pretty dangerous. But I think we're gonna be able to deal with them. I think so. Look at them, they pretty much came from our home. Okay. Okay, regroup, guys. We're gonna throw in some potions. And we could do half Bud Light Tonic. I think I will add at middle of combat though. Yeah, but let's get everyone together over here. Let's try... Should we go for the chieftain directly? Let's do that. And someone is running back. Maybe they're gonna be able to bait the enemies away a little bit while we're dealing with these guys. Yeah, the chieftain is at least going down really quickly. We don't want to get too split up though. We're like destroying these guys. That's awesome. We're doing really great. So if you want to, we can add and be even more overpowered and throw in a half about light tonic, and look at that. Now our finest forces are glowing, ready to take down the Goblin army. These guys have a lot of health, so let's target this guy. Oh, he's going down really quick as well. Awesome. I feel like we're kind of ready for the final battle. So maybe in the next episode we will be going down against the final boss battle in the game. It's gonna be pretty interesting. We do need to put out a few turrets around town and prepare a bit with that, just to protect our people a bit. And we are gonna do some interesting thing as well. For example, we are gonna move our banner into a safe little zone, because then we can rally out people when bad things goes down, so we can move them. Oh, look at that, the already level 6 archer, that's awesome. What we could have done if you wanted would be to actually train up all of our soldiers in all of the soldier professions, because you keep the health between different professions. But we really destroyed this group, that had no chance at all, wow. Look at the amount of items they dropped here as well. I've got a little dragon, turtle, running around, scavenging through the items. He's like, what are you guys doing over here? I want to join the battle too, I want to be a big dragon someday. So what we can do now then, guys, is to disable job here. And that might mean that we can error like this, or it might mean that we are going to be able to loot these things a little bit faster. You can see that everyone's already arriving. It looks like we had one guy over there still. So let's target him for a bit. There we go, okay. Okay, so let's look into oh, there's another one over here. He's destroying my turrets almost. Oh, there one went down, okay. We have to be a little bit careful with these turrets though, because as we've seen before, I have had to bring down my people from up there a bit, so we're gonna see if we can put a new one over there. But then we have a lot of traps that we can put out, and I might have them right outside. I'm kind of thinking if we should do a little tiny little kind of dirt road right outside of the bridge, just to kind of transition between here. I'm gonna do that. So let's start with an stone color. So just outside we are gonna do a little bit like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna do something like that right outside, or maybe we can actually, let's see. Let me recolor a little bit again. So maybe something like that, just to make it maybe pop out a little bit more. I did think about adding some turrets around here. I might actually do so, like add some pillars with turrets on top of them. It could be a good defensive thing, so I'm gonna build that thing. And then if we're gonna do some turrets, we only have to make these... How big do they have to be? I think they look like 3x3 when you put them out, but I don't think they need 3x3, because as you can see here, that's only 2 blocks wide, right? So I don't think we actually need that. But let's see here. We don't have any normal turrets crafted at the moment. This one should be the same size. It shows 3x3, but it kind of looks like it's still possible to put it there, but it's going to be better centered if it's a 3x3. So these are the traps as well. We can put them out. So for example, this might not look very good, but we can put them around like this, outside in the wild, and we can put them at the different choke points where the enemies is gonna try to come through, and then it will go into them and they will be receiving a ton of damage. But since this is preparation for the battle, I guess it doesn't feel so weird that it's maybe looking a little strange. Because this is meant for it to be preparation for the upcoming battle. I'm gonna make a few ladders. As you can see, people are running underwater at the moment. That's not what we want to happen here, right? A lot of people love swimming. This is the swimming season in the Bantonian Vale. Every fall we go and swim under the bridge. Okay, now we're gonna be able to build, I think. Let's see. It looks like we may need to get a bit more stone. Maybe we can get a good merchant to buy it from it. When they get kind of far in the game, it is kind of worth to try to buy a few things instead of having to go and gather them. Ooh, another Knut statue? Yes, please. Font of Knowledge. That could be kind of cool to put out. Can be good decoration. Enter wall fixture. That can also be awesome. I feel like I have to revisit the Trample Plus mod someday soon again. Really good one, but I haven't played with it for a while. There's a lot of different kingdoms and a lot of different things that I feel like I want to revisit soon. But here we have a lot of stone. I'm gonna buy all that. Beautiful stone. Let's buy a little bit more iron and maybe a little bit more copper as well. I think we might need more of both of them and a little bit more tin. Why not? Some decorations. Marble. A marble kitten. Nice. A waterfall basin. That can be cool. Oh, a stone fountain. That's gonna be nice. There's a lot of beautiful decorations here. Okay, so we have built that. That's pretty good. So let's look into making some turret positions. And the idea that I have for these is that they are gonna be maybe not so beautiful. They're gonna be functional. They're gonna go up like this. And I'm thinking of having one per turret, so it's gonna be a couple of different ones. Or we can make them almost like a wall. That's also possible. Like, for example, we could go like that. So we can 2 turrets on that one. And if you want to, we can change the shape a little bit, because it doesn't matter how it looks in the middle. Push it in like that, and then we can drop 2 turrets on top of this one. So that's gonna be pretty cool. And then we can save this one as... So that means we can have 2 turrets on this one. And we may remove them later on, because this is, like I said, more of a preparation for battle. So then we do the same over there. And we can do some of them inside of town if you want as well, for them to be a little bit up in the air, so they're not down on the ground, right? So let's build both of these. And then to place those on top there, we will just add ladders, and when they're up there, we'll remove the ladders, because we don't want to leave access to the enemies to just, you know, go straight up to it, like we have done here for the moment. And we're gonna remove that later on. So let's see if it engineer. We have a few of these queued up. I'm gonna queue up a couple more. Like 8 of them. Going a little bit overboard here. And let's make a couple of more clam traps. Can be good. A blacksmith is probably gonna be very busy now. Silver. I wonder if we could have bought that. Maybe we have a vein of that. I don't remember. Here we got silver. Nice. So we do have a ladder already here, so we may as well go inside of there. And I have been thinking a little bit about our clock tower. Like, currently we have it set up here, but I might actually be moving it. I haven't decided. And my favorite position for this one would have been either here or at this side, but we have a bridge here. So I even been thinking about if I should mine down the mountain, like really remove a lot of the mountain and add it, but I haven't decided. And I even thought about remaking it. I kind of like how it looks already, but I have thought about remaking it. Instead of having it so it's an odd number, which means it's 1 block in center, I have thought about making it 2 blocks, so it will be 2 blocks there instead. But nothing that I have decided on. The reason for I would do that is so they would match the roads better, because our roads are even numbered. They are 4 in width, and this one would be more fitting for 3 or 5 or 7 and so on. But we shall see. It looks pretty nice from over here, but it feels better if it would be in the center with this. But it looks kind of strange maybe next to the mountain. And also, I said that we was gonna do like an castle here, and I haven't fully decided if that's what I'm gonna do. I had some ideas recently that maybe I will make like a really big park garden over there. Like a really big one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it that way, but I've thought about it. We will see. But yeah, guys, this is gonna be it for today, so in the next episode we might be going down and fight the final boss. It's not entirely sure if we will, but maybe the next one or the one after that's gonna be that, most likely. Looks like we're getting some enemy attacks around somewhere. But yeah guys, thanks for watching today's episode, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like on the video, subscribe to catch the future videos and live streams here on YouTube, and I wish you all a beautiful, happy, great day. So until next time, have a good one. Take care.